hello. Today Wakasm plays Slay the Spire. How's everybody doing today? I'm Wakasm, and yeah, today we're going to be playing as the Defect for Ascension Level, at Ascension Level 2. We try to get to Ascension Level 3. For Ascension Level 2, there are harder elites added into the deck, and then also, let me double check, and also we lose 1 max HP. There we go. So harder elites lose 1 max HP if we win today, and the next time we play, we will have harder events. Just before we get started, I've updated my Slay the Spire solo progress here. So we have unlocked blocks 1 and 2 for the Ironclad and for the Silent, and today we'll be going for the Defect. And I have all my run history here. So last time when we played, this was the deck I made. These were all the relics that I had. So these can all be found on my website. So if you're interested in that, it's there. If not, I kind of do it for myself. But yeah, that's just something that I do. And yeah, I guess we will get started. So first things first. All right, so let's talk about what we have going on for this game or this play session. So first we rolled the dice, and this was not from that roll. This was just me moving the dice, but we are playing against, I forget what this guy's called, the Guardian. For Act 1, we laid out everything, all the tokens. We have a couple interesting paths, but probably one path that I will attempt to take, which is this one with the 2 elites. Last time I did the first elite really early, and it kind of almost went sideways. I don't know how much shorter this is than the actual video game, and maybe like going after elites is not the play in the board game early in this first row. But we're going to try it and see how well it goes. And if it goes well, we'll keep going. If I find over and over again that encountering the elite so early is really rough, then maybe I'll stop doing that as a strategy. But I tend to like getting more relics. Relics are helpful, and elites give relics. So that's what we're going to do. If you are unfamiliar with this character, I guess let's move this up a tiny bit. If you are unfamiliar with the Defect, their whole shtick is we start with, well, we use orbs is what we do. We don't start with, we start with 1 orb, which should be a lightning orb when we start combat. But basically our orbs are going to kind of like auto attack every round. It's just something that's exclusive to the Defect, unless like you play in multiplayer and trade cards or get one of the events that lets you steal cards from other classes. But yeah, in the actual game, I don't think there is anything like that. So yeah, basically we get 3 kinds of orbs. We get lightning orbs, which again is yellow, not blue. We get frost orbs, which are blue, and we get dark orbs, which are purple. And they all have different effects, and you know, they're all here on the board, but I will cover them a bit when we get started. But first things first, we have to do our Meow whale card. These were already shuffled, so we will just reveal what we're getting. So we are going to gain 3. No upgrades and no getting rares this time. So we're going to gain 3 and we're going to gain a card. So let's do that first. We are using the metal coins today. I forgot to use them last time, but this time we are going to use them. So let's just get our upgrade and see what we get. So our options are, we can get a ball lightning, do 1 damage, channel 1 lightning. We can get chaos, channel the orb the die is on, or we can deal 1 damage for each orb you have. This can be pretty good, especially if you get extra orb slots, but I have not played the Defect yet in the board game, so I don't really know how easy or hard or what the card distribution is. None of these are powers. I think I'd rather just get the chaos for now, and I don't know what the upgrades are actually. So chaos is just a free orb. Ball lightning is what, 2 damage and then channel lightning, and then barrage is also a, it's a 1, and okay, deal 1 for each orb you have, so this just gets a +1 power. Yeah, so I think I'm going to get chaos. We'll add that to the deck. I don't know if that's a smart play, but a way to get more orbs, and you know, that's what we're going to do. And then we have to choose one of the other things. We can transform a card, we can gain 5, or we can remove 2 cards. I'm always a fan of removing cards, but we are going to hit a store. No, I think I'm gonna lose 2 cards, and I think we're just going to lose 1 defend and 1 strike to keep it even. I don't know if that's I don't know if it's better to keep the defends or strikes in this setup, but this will let us get to our orbs a little bit more consistent. We have to lose our 3 coins that we just got to be able to do that, so we're back down to 2 coins. So hopefully we can get enough money to take advantage of that store before things happen. And then we have our first battle. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. We are going to set things up for a battle. And I don't know what I did. Okay, they're over here. We have our first encounter cards. I'll roll the dice. 6, 2. So we'll grab this one. So our first encounter is going to be a small slime, which means that we have to fetch a acid slime. And I'm looking in the wrong deck. Acid slimes will be up here. I don't know why I always shuffle this deck and it makes it harder. Okay, there we go. First acid slime. Here's a bunch of acid slimes. I guess I'll mix it up and just pick one. Every time I don't play for like a few days, I start doing all these weird bad habity things like shuffling decks that we don't need to shuffle and so forth and so on. All right, so we have an acid slime, we have a small slime, and we are going to start with 1 lightning orb. That's our special power. We are going to roll the dice. 6, which means we can trigger a die or relic ability. Also means we know what the acid slime is going to be doing. And draw our hand and then decide what we want to do. All right, so we have a strike, defend, defend. We have a zap, and a strike. So we are going to be taking 3 damage this turn, but if we do things correctly, we can take no damage this turn. So this is what we're going to do. Move these guys up here. Best way to see everything that we're going to do. All right, so we are going to simply, so we're getting 1 block to start with because of our loaded dice, but the acid slime's going to hit us for 1, and then the small slime's going to hit us for 1, and the acid slime's going to hit us for 2. So we're taking 3, and we're getting a confuse this next turn. So we are going to channel a lightning, and then we can strike, and we're going to strike the small slime. So he's going to drop from 3 to 2, and then we will use a defend. So channel lightning, strike, defend, and that means our block is up to 2. These will all go into the discard. And then at the end of our turn, we are going to deal 1 damage. I guess this is not the ideal setup for this layout. Let's do it like this. Hold on. Slide this over. There you go. So now you can see the orbs. Normally we don't have to care about the orbs as much. This we don't actually have access to yet. I just brought it out in case we need it. We're going to channel a lightning orb, which just does 1 damage, and we're just going to channel another lightning orb, and each one triggers one after the other. But again, I'm just going to hit this small slime twice and kill the small slime. And if you want to support me, like and subscribe, join me on Discord, or become a Patreon member. Thank you to my current Patreon followers and subscribers, and our YouTube subscribers. Trying to get to 300 subs, which would be great. Yeah, so he's dead, which means we're only going to take the 2 damage. We are at 0 block currently, or we were at 2 block, now we're down to 0 block. So we take no damage, but we do get a curse, and not a curse, a confuse, and this goes on top of our drop pile. We're going to start the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're guaranteed to get that confuse. So we are going to roll this dice now and see what we get. A 2. So the acid slime's not hurting us this turn. It is only going to be confusing us. So I think we are simply going to do the following. We are going to, this is our hand. Note this. This is unplayable, and it is ethereal, which means that if we don't play it, it goes away at the end of the turn. So we're not going to play it, so it's going to go away. And then we are simply going to do chaos first. Let's see what kind of orb we get. Actually, I guess we don't re-roll the dice. Channel the orb, the die is on. So we're getting a lightning orb for sure. Okay, and then we are going to dual cast. So we gotta basically, this evoke means I use one of the orbs and I do its evoke power twice. So evoke is a different power than like the channel power that happens at the end of turn, or the end of turn power. So when I evoke an orb, a lightning orb, they deal 2 damage. So I'm simply gonna remove one of the orbs, and we are going to deal 4 damage. And then I'm just gonna strike for the last damage, and we're gonna kill this guy. All right, so that is it for this small slime. And the small slime's rewards are simply just we're gonna get a potion, and then we are gonna get a card upgrade, or a card, not necessarily an upgrade. So for our potion, actually, you know what? No, actually, no, I did. No, I didn't. I don't know if I shuffled this. I know I shuffled the relics, but I might not have shuffled the potions, because I was looking at some of the potions when I was setting things up, because I was curious if a particular potion existed. But yeah, sorry. Everything else I shuffled, but I looked at the potion deck right before starting. We got to remove all of our weakness and vulnerabilities from our character potions, so we'll put that right here. And then we have a shot at we got a card, and let's see what we have going on here. All right, so we have Doom and Gloom. Deal 2 damage to everything and channel 1 dark. That's pretty good. What is the upgrade for that? 3 damage and 1 dark, but it is a 2 cost card. Then we have Streamline 3, costs 1 less energy for each power you have in play. So if we start getting powers, that'd be good, but we don't have any powers yet. That could be a good down the road card, or go for the eyes. We can either for free hit one and weaken them, or we can just guarantee do that on the upgrade. But we like weaken, we like free, but I don't know what's better actually. I feel like Streamline is actually a little bit better. It's a lot of powers to have to get out to use it. So we're gonna go for Doom and Gloom. We'll take that and see how it works. I don't really know. I played Defect in the actual game, but it was the one I remember the least in terms of power cards for whatever reason. So put that back on top, and we will get moving on our adventure here. So we are going to take the left path. The next path is always an event. Let's take care of that now. We have the Ominous Forge, Rummage, gain a relic, roll the die, 1, 2, 3, getting curse, or we do both? I don't know if we can do both. Yeah, so I only get 1. I feel like HP is going to be pretty important. I don't know why. For some reason I forgot I only get to choose. So let's decide if I was to upgrade a card, what I even would upgrade. Doom and Gloom makes it stronger. It does not make it cheaper. Dual cast makes it free. That's pretty good. Chaos makes it... we are going to pass by a merchant. So I think the smarter play is to go for the relic. Hope we don't get a curse, but if I do get a curse, I can remove it. As much as I want to upgrade a card, 2 HP right now depends on what enemy I draw, honestly. And I think it's different with different characters, which elites are worse. But another relic is not bad. So we will get a relic first. We gain the Tungsten Rod. That's on 5s. We get a lot more defense, which is pretty good. Now we have to roll this dice. Hopefully we get a 4, 5, or 6. And we got a 6. And we do not get a curse. So that was a good payoff gamble on that elite. So we're going to go up to the next fight. We are going to fight a mad gremlin. We have to summon 3 random gremlins. If playing solo, summon 2 instead. Okay. We are going to shuffle our gremlin deck. I'm having a hard time shuffling. Then 1, 2. All right. Well, I feel like I'm happy that I got this AoE thing going on with one of my cards anyway. So we are down to 1 lightning orb. I'll put it up here maybe. All right, so we are going to roll the dice. We rolled a 2, which does not help us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did not get what I was hoping for, so... Alright. This guy is angry. Whenever this enemy... Actually, so... do this. Let's talk about what we're fighting first. He's angry. Whenever this enemy takes damage, he gets strength. So both of these guys, whenever they take damage, they get stronger. And this guy's charging up. So I think we just go after him first, try to defend against all of this, and hope we can get through this. I think we are going to do the following. I think we're just going to zap, defend, defend. So we've got 2 block, and we get another lightning orb down. And then at the end of our turn, we're going to do 2 damage to this guy. And then he starts at 4, he's down to 2. And they attack me for 2. And that is it for this turn. So we are going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what's in our deck right now. We have exactly 10 cards. So we have our Doom and Gloom. Whether that's the play or not right now, it probably is the play, but so we are going to, whenever this enemy takes damage, they get a strengthen. So they'll be doing 4 damage to me. So if I can't kill them this turn, then I might not want to do this, but let's see. If I do this, they'll all take 2, they'll die, and then I can evoke an orb and hopefully don't get a frost orb. Or I can channel an orb and hopefully not get a frost orb. And that would let me... Actually, we didn't roll that dice yet. Let's see what we roll first. A 2. Okay, so 2 doesn't help us, because if we got all that defense, then we'd be in a different place. So I think my math works out that this would make sense to do. Let's see. In fact, we're going to do Doom and Gloom first, and we're going to deal 2 damage to everything. So this guy goes away, and they are at 2 and 3, and we get a dark orb. And then we are simply going to cast Chaos, which lets us channel a lightning orb. And when we do that, we are going to evoke the dark orb that we just put in, because I didn't really talk about this, but I guess let's talk about it. So you can only hold 3 orbs, and when you have to replace an orb, you basically get to evoke one of your orbs for free, and then you replace it. Dark orbs do 3 damage, so we are just simply going to kill this mad gremlin with that dark orb. And then since we have 3 lightning orbs at the end, they have the end of turn ability, deal 1 damage. So you're simply just going to kill this guy too, and means we take no damage. And then we get our rewards, which are going to be the following. They are 2 gold and a card. So we're going to put 2 gold on our little pile here, and we are going to get a card. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, so recursion. Evoke 1 orb, channel the orb that was just evoked. We like evosion. We like recursion. Beam cell, go for the eyes again. What are the upgrades for these? I'm assuming this is another, you just do it for guaranteed. Yeah. Vulnerability. Getting a source of vulnerability doesn't really do much for us with this current setup we have, because vulnerability does not work with orbs or evokes. They would work if I was doing more like strike or types of damage with this, and you know, this character does have the ability to do that. But I think with what we have, we're probably going to get recursion and just see recursion as a free upgrade. Yeah, so we're just going to take recursion for now and hope that is the right play. All right, which means that we are going to now advance to the store. I got to do a little store setup. All right, so first I'm going to reveal the card rewards. Just so we know, we have Leap, 2 shield to any player. You may switch rows with another player. And the upgraded version is just more shields. We have Pile Driver, draw 1 card for each type of orb you have, and deal damage. So this is just a stronger version of damage. We got Compile Driver twice, so I might consider the Leap. And this Leap is only 2 gold if I take it, because this is kind of a better defense. And if I upgrade it, it's even better defense, like upgrading a defense. So I might take it, I don't know. But let's look at the relics we have first. We have exactly 4 gold to spend. So it's going to depend on what happens here. All right, so first we can trigger a die relic, but we can't afford any of the relics. So my choices are removing a card or taking one of those skills, or I could get a potion and taking a card, or I could get the 1 potion. So I think I'm going to remove a card versus taking the leap, and I think I'm going to get rid of a strike. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to remove a card for a strike, and hopefully I can get a leap or something I don't remember what other defensive cards they have, honestly. It'll be a surprise for me just as much as it is for you when we start seeing more stuff. But now comes the make or break moment of our run, because it's going to really depend on what elite we face and see what happens. We are going to be facing the Sentries, which could be really bad for us, could be not too bad. Let's see. We have to summon, so there's 3 per player, so I got to get an A and a B. So I guess they're in here, right? Let's just put all the Sentries together. They all are together, so perfect. Nope, they are not all together because I shuffled. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get the A's first. We'll just shuffle. We'll roll this dice. Second one, perfect. This one. And because of the angle that I'm playing at, once the numbers start getting high enough, I prefer to use this. I do have to figure out a way to get it on the camera a little bit better, but I feel like this is not going to go well for me. Weirdly enough, I feel like the enemy I probably would have wanted to fight would be the Gremlin, considering that once you get the orbs out, you just have to do a lot of defense. But we will see. Maybe with my tungsten rod, I can roll 5. That will be enough to potentially save us and get a couple good rounds before I die. But it really depends on what the dice does. Depends on a lot of different things, I guess. All right, so we are going to draw our 5 cards, and we're going to roll this dice and see how we're starting this game. Now, 6 or 5 is great, 4 is okay, and 1, 2, and 3s are bad. And we rolled a 2, so 2s are bad. Let's see what our hand is telling us. So we're only getting hit by 1 thing for 3. So I think the play is get 2 of these out and then defend. I think that's the play. Got to mitigate a little bit of the stuff going against us. Once again, we know it's going to be a lightning orb, so we'll cast that. We'll cast the second lightning orb, and we will get 1 block for the turn. So that means they're going to go. We're going to get a confuse. We're going to get another confuse, and then we are going to take 2 damage. So we are down to 6 health. We forgot to do our damage. Let's target the one with the least amount of health, I guess. He's going to take 3 zaps from the lightning, and then we'll just see how things go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5, or 6 would really go a long way here. A 3 is also not good. We have these 2. We know we're not going to use them, so we're going to discard them. We do have some flexibility here with what we do. So we're going to be able to defend 1 again. And the problem is we chose the wrong guy. This is the one that's going to be killing us this turn. Oh, not killing us, but hitting us. And this guy's going to be hitting us too. So we're taking 5 damage. We have 6 health. So we are not in the best position right now. But we can evoke 1 orb twice. We can do 6 damage. So we can kill this guy, I think, this turn with what we have. We can simply cast our defend, get 1 point of damage, or 1 point of block up, and then we're going to lose an orb though, aren't we? We are. Well, I think it's still worth it. We're going to evoke 1 orb twice, so we're going to invoke a lightning orb to do 4 damage. 6, 5, 4. And then we are going to evoke another orb, and then we're going to channel that orb back in. So we're going to do 2 more damage. And then at the end of our turn, because we have 2 lightning orbs, we do another 2 damage. So this guy dies, assuming I did all that correctly. I think I did. Let me know if I didn't. I always make rules mistakes. I hate when I make rules mistakes. 4 damage, 5, 6 damage, and then since we have 2 lightning orbs, 7, 8 damage. Means that we only have to block 1 damage, or we only take 1 damage because we block 1 damage, and we do get a confuse put back on top, and that's it for this turn. So we know we're getting our dark orb this round. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and I guess it's dependent on what we get out of this. I do like how much shuffling you do in Slay the Spire. It always feels good. I am curious how well these leaves are gonna hold up over time, but You know we're not going to play this, so this is going to go away. We are probably simply going to... What are we going to do? We're not going to take any damage this turn. So we're going to do Doom and Gloom. We're going to do 2 damage to everybody. Oh, we didn't roll our dice yet either. We're forgetting to do that. Oh, we got a 6. All right, so we got 4 defense, so we can just go all out on offense right now with what we have. Because we're getting 3 from the tungsten rod and another 1 from the loaded die. So even if they could hurt us, we don't have to worry about it. So did we do that? We did 2 damage to this. Did we do 2 damage to this guy? I assume we did. Then we add a dark orb. And then we can simply dual cast, I think is the way we're going to do this. We will dual cast. We will evoke 1 orb twice. Actually, no. This one's going to be killing us. So I wanted to kill this guy because we have the dark orb, but I think the better play right now is to... Oh yeah, okay. We'll do recursion instead. We will evoke 1 orb, channel that orb that was just evoked. So we will evoke recursion, or we will evoke the dark orb, which will do 3 damage to this guy. Do 1. Oh yeah, actually I don't care about damage this turn. That's right. We have 4. Yeah, so instead I will dual cast. And that will cast it twice, which will do 6 damage. And we will not use the recursion. But we only have the 2 lightning orbs, which is totally fine. Because this guy dies. He's dead. And then he has 4 life. He's going to hit us for 3, but we have 4 block, so nothing happens. And then, no matter what happens next turn, we have 2 lightning orbs. Oh yeah, we have the 2 lightning orbs to use at the end of the turn too. So he takes 2 damage. And then at the end of this turn, whatever I draw, it doesn't matter because he's going to die. But we'll play it out anyway, just in case. He's going to be confusing us, and we can double strike him to kill him, or we can use the orbs. It doesn't matter. So they all die. That went better than I thought it would. So we are going to get, for rewards, we're going to get 2 gold. And I forgot to spend the 3 gold for removing a card. Down to 1 gold. And we get 2 back. And we're going to get a relic now. And we're getting the Ninja Scroll once per combat. We can do 2 single attacks. Each attack is a separate 0-cost attack. It's okay. It's not the greatest thing, but we're going to start putting our money over here. And then we're going to start putting our potions over here. Okay. And then we also get a card. All right. Stack. X shield to any player. X is how many orbs you have. So this is probably a better defense for us. Start of turn. This is a power. So I think this is really good fusion. Start of turn, gain an extra energy. What's this? This is upgraded. Yeah. Or force field. Field 3 costs 1 less energy for each power that you have in play. I would love to have this too, but I think we are going to get the fusion. This will help power up our dark orbs a little bit. Eventually we could upgrade it and make it cheaper. That makes all of our other cards a little bit cheaper every turn. Yeah, we're going to take the fusion. Don't know if that's the right play, but that's what we're going to do. And then that's everything we get from this boss. So we are going to move up to our next event. Living Wall. I can remove a card, transform a card, or upgrade a card. I kind of want to upgrade that fusion, but also getting rid of a card is also really good. We will be hitting 1 campfire for an upgrade and 1 more event. I think I'm going to remove a card. And I'm going to remove a strike. And we now move up to this. And I always forget how this works. We get 1, or is it a reveal 3? I think it's just get 1, right? The boss one that I always mix up. So we're just getting another relic. Start a combat. Gain strength, lose strength. Okay, so this one's not super good. Although, I guess we can use it with the Ninja Scroll every time and try to take advantage of it. And then we're going to do another battle. So we have the Looter. Looter likes money, so we'll use green. We'll give him 9 health. Starts off by wanting to punch us. And we are going to shuffle. We're going to roll this dice. Got a 2, so that does not help us. Start with 1 lightning orb. And let us continue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. So I don't think I got my fusion. I don't think that really helps us right now. So I think what we are going to do is we are going to use our ninja scroll. What am I going to use to track? We'll use poisons to track. I use my ninja scroll, but before I use my ninja scroll, I get 1 strengthen, which means that each one of these will be 2 damage, so that'll be 4 damage. And then I will simply strike, defend. So that is going to be, whoops, defend, not fusion. So that's going to be 6 damage total to this guy. So he goes from 9 to 3. And we have 2 block. And that is going to be the turn. He attacks us for 2. This next turn, he is going to be doing 3 damage and getting a shield. So if I can kill him, that'd be great. He takes 1 more damage as well because I have a lightning orb, which I keep forgetting to do first. I guess I have to do 2 damage on the next turn, and he's dead. We're going to hopefully be able to do that. Let's roll this dice and see what we get. We got a 1. Doesn't help us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we guaranteed kill him because we have our Doom and Gloom, which just does 2 damage, and then Channels of Dark. And then if we really want to kill him, we can dual cast that, which would be another 6 damage. So pretty good turn, I think. He dies. We are going to get a potion and a skill. Let's get our potion. Fix these slidey decks. Sliding all over the place here. Hold on. All right, so we got another gain strength and lose that turn. Gain strength and lose strength. So probably want to stack that with our mutagen against something that we don't like. Maybe the elite, maybe the boss. We get barrage, charge battery, and capacitor. So capacitor, I think, is what we're going to get because that gets us more orb slots, and upgrade gets us even more orb slots. So wait, yeah. I guess we don't need this then. I didn't realize that this would be on the card itself. I guess this is if you steal the power, that's how you track it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what that is used for. Or you can do charge battery, gain defense if you have get energy if you have 3 or more orbs. And this would be just more defense. So this would be great as well. Everything feels great right now, but I think we're gonna get capacitor. This feels more fun. It's a power, it boosts our dark orbs. Maybe we can do something interesting with it, I don't know. Our big problem is we're not healing at all, so we gotta figure that out. We have 3. We're about to go to another merchant now, I think. So I gotta set this up. And before we do anything, let's look and see what cards we could take. We could take the Claw. I think I have 4 Claws in the deck. I think you can choose what you want. I don't remember what, more Claws you have, the easier of a game it might be if you do a Claw deck. This one's fun. Gain a red cube. X is how many red cubes you gain this combat. And then when you upgrade it, it's gain a red cube. It's X plus 1. X is how many red cubes. So if you play a lot of Claws and you get this down to a short deck and get vulnerabilities, or get like this mutagen and flex potion would be really good. We could do darkness, just channel 1 dark. We can do that for free potentially, or leap, which again we said we wanted because we need better defense. Or I can look at the relics. I don't think I can afford any of the relics because I only have 3 coins. 10, 6, and 7. Once per combat, retain any number of cards this turn. Once per combat, scry 3. Or I could get a potion, but I think I will probably either buy a card or remove a card. Let me see. If I remove a card, yes, I remove a defend. I'm going to remove a card. I have a very, very lean deck. My problem is I really don't have any defense right now, and I didn't get any good cards for defense. I might regret that. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. So we are now going to fight an elite. This is the second place. Well, I don't know. I think every place is where this could go bad for us, but it really depends on what kind of elite we get. All right. So he is 17 health. And he enrages every turn. After you play a skill, you take 1 damage. So if we're going to get skills out, we want to get them out early. I think we might use our flex potion on this one. Let's start by seeing what we roll. We can roll. Well, we don't care about what we roll this turn, really. We rolled a 6, so we're getting 4 block this turn. We really want that 6 or 5 on a future turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. We want to get all of our stuff out. We want to get all of our stuff, passive stuff out early. So we are going to do the following. I think we're simply just going to zap, chaos, and capacitor and not take the fusion. The zap's going to give us one of these. Chaos, we get a dark orb. And then now we get this, which I guess we'll put up here for now. And yep, that's everything. And then before the turn's over, we are going to use our flex potion. And since we have mutagen, we'll get another strength. So this is going to make this do 6 damage. And then our ninja scroll use 6 damage. And he's going to be down to 11. And then he takes another 2 damage down to 9 because of our 2 lightning orbs. And we lose our potion. Wanted to save it for the boss, but I don't think we have the luxury. And now he's enraged. So now if we don't roll a 6 or a 5, any skills we play are going to be bad. We really want a 6 or a 5 right now. So let's get that over with. We got a 3. We rolled that out of order. Let's see if we can make this happen in a way that makes us happy here. All right. So he's going to be doing 3 damage and strengthening this turn. So can we kill him this turn? I think we can kill him with what we have. Question is, how much damage are we going to take by doing it? And I think the answer is simply going to be, first we'll do Doom and Gloom, I think. He's going to take 2 damage. That's not a skill, that's an attack. And sadly, we're in a position where we have too many orbs. So we're going to get a dark orb up there. But we will simply... We're going to have to take 1 damage. We can't get around it. We will dual cast the dark orb we just put down. We didn't really even have to do it in that order, probably. And when we dual cast it, we evoke it twice. Dark orbs deal 3 damage plus 1 for each power you have in play. So it's going to be 4 and 4, which is going to take him down to 0. But he doesn't get to punch us, which is perfect. He dies. We're going to get 2 monies, 2 coins. We're going to get a relic, and then we're going to get a skill. Let's get the relic first. We gained a Regal Pillow when we rest. We gained an extra 3 HP, which is not bad for us. We got to take the damage. I don't know if I'm going to rest. We're going to find out and see how our event goes. But we have that if we need it. And then we get another upgrade, actually. All right. We can get a Frost full heated. We can channel X Lightning Exhaust. Or we can charge battery. We have 3 more orbs. We gain an energy. And then what's the upgrade on this? What is this just for free? We cast this for free. We draw, counter 1 Frost, draw a card. That's actually not bad. I don't know if I like Frost orbs better or if I like charge battery better. Guess we're going to go, since we have so many orbs going on, I guess we'll do cool headed. And we'll call it a day. The other one's probably actually better, but I don't actually know. I'm going to remove these. So now we're going to do an event. Then we're going to go to a rest site. So let's see what the event gives us first. All right, we can transform 2 cards and gain a curse. We're not going to do that. Or we can transform a single card. Forget how transform works. Transform. Not over there. Hold on. All right, so transform is just a 1-for-1. I think I'm going to transform this strike. And we're just going to take the top card off of the rewards deck. And we got a skim. Draw 3 cards. Okay, well, it's not what I was hoping for, but not bad either, I guess. We're hoping for a power, maybe. We got this power too. We have 2 powers in our deck. All right, so he goes away. Now I got to decide, do I want to heal or upgrade? He does a lot of damage, but now I have a Frost Orb that I can potentially get out. If the Guardian starts its turn with no shield, it doesn't attack this turn and enters defensive mode at the end. Yeah, I think I want to upgrade, but I think I need to heal, which is sad. I guess we'll figure out if this is the right play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not confident with my ability to defend, and I'm not really that familiar with how this boss works in this mode. So he's going to come out, and we'll just cover what he does now. So he has attack mode. So he starts off by hitting us for 2 and giving himself 5 shields. And then he mode shifts, does 6 damage. Guardian starts its turn with no damage. It doesn't attack this turn and it enters defensive mode at the start of next round. All right, so the way it works, I understand it. He'll do this the first turn, and then if by the time he does mode shift, if he has no shield, he'll then move to defensive mode, and he'll do this, and then he'll strengthen himself and move back to attack mode. So we'll see how this goes. I'm a little bit nervous for whatever reason against this boss. Let's see, we gotta shuffle our deck. Everything's facing the right way. I have no cards laying on the board. Gotta move this elite out of the way. We are gonna roll this dice first and see. We got a 2. 2 does not help us. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what our hand has in store for us. All right, so he is going to be hitting us for 2 and giving us 5, giving himself 5 shields. He does not have 5 shield yet. We can do the following. We can throw down our capacitor. And then, actually, no. I think it would be better to... Yeah, we're going to Doom and Gloom. So he's going to... So we are going to use... We have to use our mutagen. So we're going to do all this first. Forgot that I have this stuff. We're going to do our mutagen. We get a strength. We're going to do our once per combat. We're going to do 4 damage to him right away. So he starts with 40 health. And he drops down to 36. Then we're going to do Doom and Gloom first. He's going to take 3 damage. And we're going to channel Dark. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this in a different order. We are going to actually... I said we weren't going to do it, but yeah, we're going to put down Capacitor first. Then we're going to drop down... Yeah, nothing changes, actually. So it's 4 and 3. And that's all we're going to do. And we're going to take the 2 damage. We're just going to tank the 2 damage and hope for the best. So he does 2 damage to us. We got a Capacitor down. See what else we can get down with our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He also gets 5 shields. So 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll do it like this for now. We'll see if I can hit him for 5 this turn. What is this card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is this? This was... I may have not have... Okay, no. Okay, sorry. Chaos. This was my deck. My draw. I had 1 extra card. That's what that was. All right, so we're going to roll the dice. We're hoping for a 5 or a 6. 5 or 6 solves a lot of problems right now. A 5, so that solves 4 block worth of stuff. So we don't have to worry about the shield right now if we don't want to. Which means that we can spend this turn to just kind of... Oh, and then he takes 1 more damage. Sorry. Because we did have a lightning orb. Lightning orb would have triggered at the end of the turn. I think we are going to spend the time to fuse. And we will do a frost as our action. Not done frost yet. So we will channel 1 frost and we will do our fusion so that we now get an extra... We do get an extra energy every turn. And then now we channel the frost, so that means at the end of the turn we're going to get an extra shield. And he does not mode shift. Well, he does... Yeah, so that's... I don't know why I'm losing my mind right now. I cast this, I cast that. This all goes into the discard. This goes into the discard. I am now going to hit him once for a lightning orb. He loses a shield. Well, yeah. He's down to 4 shields. It doesn't matter, though, because he's going to lose all shields in a second. Then he is going to mode shift. Then I get an extra block because I have a frost orb out. He's going to mode shift. He still has shields, so he doesn't switch to the defensive stance. The shields are going to come off. He's going to hit me for 6, but I have 5 blocks. So I'm only taking 1 damage this turn. And then he's going to go back up to this mode right here. And I believe I've played that correctly. It's been a while since something has had shields. Remove enemy block. Enemy turn. Remove enemy block. Enemy actions, yeah. So he loses his shield right away. Okay, so just have to remember that that's the order. I don't think it matters, but yeah. All right, so that was that turn. We are going to draw. If we can get a 5 or a 6 again, that solves some problems. We did not, but it's okay. We're going to shuffle. Then we're going to see what our hand is. This is our current hand right now. So right now we want to maximize. We have 4 energy too. We got to remember that we have an extra energy every turn now. So we're gonna do chaos. We're gonna get an extra frost orb. And then we are going to zap for an extra lightning orb. And then we are going to recursion, evoke 1 orb, channel the orb that was just evoked. So that's going to mean we are going to evoke our dark orb. Our dark orb does 3 damage, plus 1 for each power in play. So this is going to do 5 damage. So he's going to take 5 damage. He's going to go from 32 down to 27. And then at the end of our turn, we have 2 lightning orbs. So he takes another 2 damage. We have 2 frost orbs. So we get 2 block. And these all go into the discard. My hand goes into the discard. And he's gonna do 2 damage to us. We have 2 block. Then he gets his 5 shield, and he's gonna move down to here. Next up, so if we get a 5 again, that solves a lot of problems. We got a 3, so we have to try to 5 damage to him this turn, because otherwise we're gonna be taking a lot of. So our hand. Don't know if I want to do my cool headed yet. So we have 3. This doesn't really help us. And I don't know, let's see here. I'm gonna get 2 defense from my current frost orb. I can get another frost orb if I want and replace a lightning orb. And then I could also channel a dark orb. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it in that order, I think. Actually, no, if I do that, then he's going to lose his shield. And I might not want to have him lose his shield. So okay, I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to be taking 6 damage. So I'm just going to think this out real quick. We're going to cast a defend, get 1 block. We're going to channel 1 frost. So we're going to replace a frost, which is going to evoke the frost, give us a defense. And then we're going to do a chaos. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to replace a frost, get a defense. So we're at 3 defense. That's our whole turn. We're not going to even try to hit him this turn. Save that for next turn. He's going to attack us. So then at the end of my turn, I ping him twice for lightning. I get 2 more block for my frost orbs. And then he is going to hit us for 6. And that means we take 1 point of damage. We're at 5 health right now. Actually, can we go up to our max health in this, or is it Yeah, we were supposed to do it like this. We're actually at 4 health, which is kind of a problem. But we were supposed to put a black cube up here. I don't know where my black cubes are, so we'll just use a red cube. Do I even have black cubes? I have no idea where my black cubes are, or if I even have them. So I should not have healed up to 9. I should have healed up to 8. So I'm down one more HP. All right. Whether that was the right play or not, I don't know. Now, hopefully, maybe we can get a good roll this next round. We don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle all this. And actually, I forgot I had an extra energy too. I probably could have done something with it, but no, I couldn't. I don't think I wanted to. All right. Okay. So this is our hand. All right. So he does not have any shield on him right now. The shield went away. So we're going to try to do as much damage as possible to him. So we are going to Doom and Gloom. He's going to take 2 damage plus another 5 damage, bring him down to 18. Because we are going to channel dark and replace the dark because we're at max orbs. We're going to evoke the dark. Then we are going to recursion him. We will evoke a dark orb and replace it. So that's going to get us to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And then we are going to dual cast a dark orb. And that's going to get rid of our dark orb. But he's going to take 10 more damage. He's going to go from 13 down to 0. And then he is going to take 2 more damage because of my 2 lightning orbs. and I'm going to get 2 block because I have 2 frost orbs, and he's down to 1 health. He's going to hit us for 2. We're going to take our 2, and then he's going to put 5 shield on himself, and he has 1 health left. And this is 4 energy because at the start of the turn we gain an extra energy because of our fusion. These all get discarded. These get discarded, and I think we're going to win this fight. Which is perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we roll. We rolled a 1 again, so we're going to have to shuffle. The question now becomes, can we deal 6 damage to him this turn with our cards? We don't have a dark out, so if we can't, we have to survive 6. We drew a 1. All right, so we can try. So we have. I think we're just going to play it safe because it doesn't matter. We heal back up in between acts, at least for now. This was at a higher sanction. This is probably a horrible idea, but we're just going to play it safe. We'll worry about higher sanctions when we get to it. But we are going to simply channel 1 frost. So we will channel a frost. No, actually, we can kill him right now. Never mind. We will doom and gloom. We will deal 2 damage to him. He's got 3 shield left, and we will channel a dark. And then we will, I don't know, but we'll do it with cool-headed. We will channel a frost, and when we channel the frost, we will replace the dark. And when we do that, we evoke it, and we're going to deal 5 more damage, and then he dies. Let me double check that's how it works. I think that's how it works. All right, so how are orbs different from the video game? Do I have to evoke the front orb like the video game? Do orbs rotate? No, no. Do I have to channel orbs in a particular slot? No, no, no. You can channel orbs in any empty orb slot, and you can evoke any orb you have. All orbs are treated the same. So when all orb slots are full, if you channel an orb and all orb slots are full, evoke any orb, then place the channeled orb into the slot. So I evoked the dark and put the frost in its place, and that was enough. Perfect. So he dies. So we are going to get 3 gold, 3 monies. Puts us at 5. Can't really see it. It's right here though. Then we are going to get a super relic choice, boss relic, fusion hammer. Start of turn, gain an energy, but we cannot upgrade stuff. So I don't know if I want that. Your 0 cost attacks deal +1 damage on each sword. So kind of interesting, I guess, because I have the ninja scroll. Maybe we'll take that. Or we do the Snecko Eye. We can draw 2 cards, gain an energy, or gain a confuse. Sadly, I'm going to take the wrist blade. This is like the worst build for this. I guess I get some free damage out on some of these easier battles. This would have, this stuff would be much better on other stuff, but I don't want to lose my ability to upgrade. We're too early for that. And as cool as the Snecko Eye is, I have fusion already, which means I don't really need this. I want 5s and 6s, which means every time I get a good 5 and 6, I'd get a confused now, which I don't want. Drawing extra cards is probably worth it, but yeah, I don't like the unreliability right now, at least with this deck. So we are going to take, and I don't know, maybe if I had claws or something, they'd be really good, but I don't have claws, and I don't think I'm going to switch into claws this game. So anyway, that is the end of this act. Next time you see me, everything will be set up. I am going to pause it, and we're going to start Act 2 right after this. If you like this, please like, subscribe, become a Patreon supporter. We did forget one thing. We also forgot that we get a rare upgrade. So let's take care of that right now too. We can do multicast, evoke 1 orb to X times. Pretty good with our fusion. We can hyper beam, remove all of our orbs. This is probably not worth it for us. For core source, remove all weaknesses and vulnerabilities from the player. Retain, remove all. And okay, so I guess we'll take the multicast. Seems to go well with what we're going for. But now I'm gonna set everything up. Alrighty, we are back. I rolled a 6 for the boss. So the boss for this run is going to be the champ. And let us look at our board here. Okay, so I spawned 2 elites down here, which means that I don't really have a path. The only path I have for double elites is this outside path. But there are 2 bonfires, but there's no merchants on that side. So I'm not 100% sure how much I love that path. This path's kind of interesting. We get an early elite and then 3 events back to back to back. But then we only get 1 bonfire. And we need upgrades now. We haven't really upgraded anything. Removal would still be good. maybe one defensive card, maybe a power. I don't know what I really want at this point for this deck. So I think we are just gonna end up taking the double elite path. At least the second elite. The first elite's up here, so we'll have some time to maneuver. And yeah, so we are gonna get started with our first encounter. Shuffled this already, so we should be good. I need to fetch 2 beards with the Y. All right, so we got one beard, 2 birds, 3 birds. 23 in here. Okay, so feels like there should be more than 3 birds, but scenes. So that's all I'm gonna grab. 1. All right, these have low enough health, so I'll just track these guys with cubes. We are going to be here, shuffle our deck. We are going to roll our dice. We rolled a 3, which does not help us. So a 3 is going to be strengthening themselves, 2 damage and 3 damage. So we have a lot of damage coming. We have 5 damage coming at us very early on. So we are going to use our ninja scroll really well for this first attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, draw a pile here so I don't do anything stupid. So first things first, we have the wrist blade, which means that all of our 0-cost attacks deal +1 damage on each sword, including shivs. We have the mutagen, which gives us strength at the beginning of the combat, and then we have a once per combat I can do 2 0-cost attacks. So these are going to be 3 power attacks. Yeah, so we are simply going to hit this bird. Oh, actually, yeah, forgot we're fighting birds. Birds take a max of 1 damage from each attack, so all of this doesn't really matter that much, but we are going to hit this bird for 2. Forgot that that's the birds, so totally weakens our stuff, but still we're doing 2 damage, which is still pretty good. Just have to remember that that's a thing. It does not work with our orb stuff, but we can do something kind of silly, and I think we're going to do it because we can multicast an orb X times. So we can simply I'm not sure which is better actually. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I think we will multicast our lightning orb, which means that this could end up bad for us in the next turn. We'll see, but it means we're going to cast this lightning orb that we have slotted here 3 times for 3 energy, which means we're going to deal 6 damage. We're going to deal 2, 2, and 2. So we're going to kill this bird, and we're going to kill this bird. Both these summoned birds are not going to damage us this turn. The bad part is when this bird goes, it's going to get a strengthen, and that's all we're doing with our turn. So we have no orbs now. We have to hope that we can get some orbs out or enough defense that we don't take damage. So it's going to depend on this roll now. If this was a smart move, if I roll a 5 or a 6, then that was a very smart move, and if I don't, we could be in a little bit of trouble. I rolled a 1, so we are not smart. Maybe we'll be smart, I don't know. Depends on what we get. I think we're going to call ourselves smart anyway, though. All right. We got Doom and Gloom, which means this bird is going to take 2 damage. Actually, no, it only takes 1 damage, so we are probably going to be dumb. But we have a 1, so what do we do here? 1, 1. So it's going to be dealing 4 damage to us. And because of the bird's stuff, we can only do 3 more damage to it. Unless we do this differently, maybe? Let me think. No. All right, hold on. If we do Chaos, and we'll have 2 lightning orbs out. No, I think no matter what, we are going to be taking a lot of damage. This did not work out the way that I hoped. If they weren't birds, this would have worked out well, because we would have done 1. We could channel the dark, and then we could. Oh wait, actually no, because I have to evoke it. Yeah. Either way, this way is 4 damage, or this way is 4 damage. This way at least guarantees to kill on the next turn. I don't know if we could have done this any better. Probably maybe getting the Frost Orb would have been helpful. I don't know. And I guess we can try to prevent some damage and just kill it next turn. So we will zap. We will defend, and we'll just put out 2 lightning orbs. And we will get 1 block. And he will hit us for 4. We will block 1, so we'll go 7, 6, 5. We're down to 5 health, and he's going to take 2 damage, so he's at 3. So not a great turn. Thought we were smart, but we were 1 damage short, and I probably could have done things a little bit differently where I could have made that not so bad, but I got too confident that we would either roll some defense or things would go better for us. Let's roll another dice. We got a 6 this time, so no matter what, we're not taking any damage because he's going to be dealing 4 damage to us. We can simply multicast our lightning orb and he kills him, so he dies. So not the greatest round for us for an easy fight. We needed that health. Health is not something we get freely on this character currently, so we are going to get just 1 coin and a card upgrade. Maybe we'll get a golden ticket. Maybe. No. All right. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Exhaust. Don't really know. What do we get for the upgraded version of this? And then it doesn't exhaust. Got it. Don't really know we want any of this, to be honest. This is a slightly better defend, but we don't get a 2 defense on this. So yeah, we're not going to take any of these cards. I don't think it improves our deck. The recursion might, but we upgraded it. Yeah, I think we are good with 1 recursion, especially since we have the multicast. Are going to get an event now. That's what we're going to do. Maybe we will get something good. Ancient Writing, Elegance. I can remove a card, or I can upgrade a starter strike and a starter defend. Probably remove a card at this point. And upgrading a defend's not the worst thing, but we're going to get rid of a defend. Not the greatest event either. Now we're going to do another battle. We get a looter, so not the worst thing for us now because they don't have the starting thing where they negate all of our setup with this. So let's see what we draw. Let's see what we roll first. If we roll a 5 or a 6, then this is going to be a very easy battle. We rolled a 3. You know what? I'd rather do it with this just in case, because that cube moved on me already. The one thing that I don't like is doing the cubes on the enemies because I always move it and then I can't remember what health they have. Like, it's so easy to move. All right, let's do some squishy shuffles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, before we do anything, we are going to do our combo of Wristblade, Mutagen, Ninja Scroll, and that's going to be 6 damage, +2, +3, times 2. But he's going to drop down to 4 health immediately. Now the question becomes, can we not take damage this turn? We are not starting with any defense. So if we do Cool-Headed, Recursion, and then actually no, we don't need to do that actually at all. We can do Chaos to add a Frost Orb. We can do Cool-Headed to add a Frost Orb. That takes care of the 2 attack we're getting attacked with this turn, and then we can Recursion a Lightning Orb. So we will evoke an orb and then channel it back to give him 2 more damage. And then at the end of the turn, he's going to take 1 more damage from the Lightning Orb. He's going to attack us for 2. We have 2 shields. We block from the 2 Frost Orbs. They go off as well. So we take no damage. And then no matter what happens this turn, he's going to die because we have a Lightning Orb set up, but we can also just multicast it and he dies. So we're going to get a potion from that. We got a Snecko Oil. Not the greatest potion for us, I don't think. But we get some card upgrades. Old Snap always costs 2, so probably not the best card. Sweeping Beam, Machine Learning, start of turn, draw 1 card. I think Machine Learning is probably worth it, especially if we can get it down to 0. We will take the Machine Learning, especially since we have a small deck. Hopefully we don't regret that. All right, we now are going to move up to an event. Coliseum, 1 choice for the party. Fight an elite or fight an encounter. I think we're going to 3 elites? Well, if we do this now, then we can pivot and get 2 campfires. But we're going to have to do 2 elite fights back to back. I think we're going to risk it, and hopefully our deck is resilient enough to handle 2 elites. I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have got that event earlier, because then I would know. But it is what it is. So we're doing the gremlin leader. We have to get 2 gremlins. I assume they are random, right? Yes. All the gremlins have different funny names, so we're going to shuffle. But this is not good for us, because we need to roll a 5 or a 6, because he's going to start out hitting us really hard. And he's got a lot of health. This is probably a mistake. Probably should not be fighting this guy right now. Maybe if we get enough frost orbs out early, we can do well here, but all right, we need to roll 5 or a 6 right now. So that's the worst case for us. Maybe we might need to do our Snecko oil early, depending on what we get here. We got no frost orbs. Okay. So we're going to be taking a lot of damage no matter what happens here. Don't think we can kill him in one turn, so... But first, we are going to do this Wristblade, Mutagen, Ninja Scroll combo. We are going to do 2 damage to this guy, 2 damage to this guy, and then 2 damage to this boss here. He is at 33 hit points. And we are going to Doom and Gloom, do 2 damage to him. Actually, we're going to do 3 damage to him because we still have the strength in this turn. Gotta remember that it does apply to this, and we're gonna channel a dark, and then we are simply, all right, and then that kills both of these guys, which is why we did it. We don't have to worry about them anymore. And then I don't want to do it, but I feel like I should use that Snecko oil and get a frost orb. What I feel like I should do. I could channel a lightning and do some more damage to him, but we need defense. I have a defend, which does 1. But yeah, the problem is going to have the 2 infuses on top. But yeah, I think we're going to do it. We're going to draw 5 cards here. See if we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A frost orb out. We've got 5 health. Yeah, we're going to channel frost. And that's all we're going to do with what we drew. All these cards go into the discard. I'm not liking this start. All right, we get 1 block. We're going to take 2 damage. I feel like we are not going to be able to do 2 elites back to back. And we may not even be able to do this elite. So he does take 1 damage though. And we are going to draw. So we need a 5 or a 6. We have all this shield block waiting here for us. It's just stuck behind relics and dice rolls. Got a 5. Okay. So we can survive this round without any damage. Really, our ability to do elites is going to be dependent on rolling 5s. Maybe we'll get a really good relic that will be like a get out of jail free card for us for the next one, but I doubt it. I am doubtful. He's doing 5 damage to us. He gets a shield, and he also gets a strengthen. All right, so we are going to be doing 3 powers, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna get all 3 powers out. No, we're gonna get 2 powers out. We're gonna get fusion out, and we're gonna get machine learning out for this turn. And then our frost orb goes up. We get a shield. We get rid of his shields because we ping him. Oh wait, no, he's got this. Forgot about this. He's gonna be dealing 6 damage, not 5. Could I have stopped that? I could have stopped that. So instead of doing the machine learning, we are going to evoke an orb and channel that orb, and we're going to evoke and channel the frost orb. We take no damage, and we're not going to get the machine learning out this turn. So we're going to take no damage. He's now going to be reviving all the dead gremlins this next turn. Hopefully we can power up and then kill them right away again. We did get a good set of gremlins this time, so we have that going for us. We don't really care about our roll this time, although we did get a 4, so we get 1 block. Let's see what we can do with a 4. So we've got 4 energy to work with this time. So I think we are going to skim. We're going to try to get out our other powers this turn, I think. So we're going to skim. We're going to draw 3 cards. Do I want to do this? Yes, I do, because we're going to need all the prep work we can get, I think, to get through this. We draw 1, draw 2, and then we are going to shuffle, draw 1 more. And weirdly enough, we did not get what we were hoping for. So that's 1 energy. We will do Chaos and get a Frost Orb out. Actually, that was a mistake because we don't have our... Oh, you know what? No, did we? Did we ever give ourselves the 2... I think we cheated. We didn't give ourselves these before. I can't really undo that, can I? Totally forgot to Snecko Oil, give myself the 2 confusions. Well, I guess we just give ourselves the 2 confusions now, and this has a big asterisk on it already because I forgot to do it. So that is a cheat. Probably would have lost or died had we taken the 2 confusion, but I don't really know. I don't remember the order of stuff that we drew. But yeah, this is all not good. So we are instead going to multicast skimmed. Could have just done this first. We're going to multicast the Dark Orb 3 times for 12 damage, I think. Yeah, not having the extra slot is bad. Yeah, so we're going to do that. I think we're going to lose either way. Not very optimistic, but we're going to do 12 damage. So he's at 29, down to 17. He revives all these guys. And we're in a pretty bad spot now anyway, because we drew our, what's it called? Our Doom and Gloom, which we needed for this phase. So unless we shuffle it back up, not really going to be much we can do. He revives them. We deal 1 point of damage to him because we have 1 lightning orb. But yeah, without the other orb slots right now, we kind of needed to have the extra preparation for the extra frost for this round because he's going to be hitting us for 4. And yeah, we have 5 cards because we have the 2 confuses. And our hand right now is not really good because we have our 2 powers and then we have recursion. Well, I guess we'll put this on top. Do it like this. I need a little bit of room here. Maybe push this back a tiny bit. That would probably be better. Do it like this. And then we will just evoke a Frost Orb. Get 1. Oh, let's roll our dice. If we roll a 5 or 6, we're pretty good. Oh, we rolled a 5. Okay. We're not going to take any damage. So I guess we'll just evoke our Lightning Orb for a damage. And we will start hitting these guys. Not hitting the boss. We're going to hit this guy. And then at the end of turn, we get a ping 1 for another damage. And we get an extra shield. He hits us for 4. We have 5 shields, so we're okay. He gets a shield, and then everybody gets a strengthen. So he gets a strengthen, and then they get a strengthen. So again, I think this is where we lose. That first round where we messed up and took so much damage is hurting us, and the fact that we're doing back-to-back elites is also hurting us. What can we do with what we drew? Oh, we draw an extra card. We did not draw our AoE card, so this is going to be probably bad for us for this turn. He's hitting us for 7. They're hitting us for 4 each. We are getting our 4 shields, so maybe we can somehow power through this. But well, weirdly enough, we actually can maybe power through this. So right now we have 3 powers. Actually, no, because we don't win until these guys die. What can I do here? I feel like no matter what we do, we lose. This is our deck right now. We have 4 energy. Or this is our hand right now. We have 4 energy. We could multicast. We could do a chaos to get out of dark. And then we could multicast a dark orb, which would deal 6 damage for each attack. And we could kill him. But if we do that, these guys are both going to hit us for 8 and we lose. We have 4 shields. So that doesn't work. We could dual cast a dark orb and kill both of these guys, and then do a zap and a defend. That keeps us alive, but we're going to be taking 2 damage. So we'll be at 1 health for the next battle. But I think that's what we have to do. We're not dead yet, and we cheated, so we should probably be dead, but it's only so much I can do. I did forget to give myself the 2 confuses. But I think we're gonna do that. We are going to Chaos Orb. And then we are going to dual cast that Dark away. We're gonna kill this guy immediately with one of them. And we are going to hit him for 1, 2, 3 for 5. Because he's got a shield. He's gonna drop down to 11. Then we are gonna cast a single defense and a single zap to channel a lightning orb down. And then at the end of the turn, actually, we're going to only take 1 damage because we're going to get a frost orb at the end. Forgot that we have a frost orb. So we get an extra. So we're at 6 block. And we're going to, let's see, I think he was at 2 health, right? Yeah. I hope he was at 2 health. This is, again, why I don't like using this. If he was at 3, then my whole plan doesn't work. And I'd have to kill him with the dark. He was at 2, which I think he was. We're just going to zap him twice. And that's it. And then he hits us for 7. We take 1 damage. And from now on, I'm back to, I'm going to use these even for the small guys because that's a perfect example of why I use the counters instead of the cubes, because I'm not 100% sure now if I just cheated a second time. I don't like cheating, but it happens when you play solo. It happens when you play with other humans too, a lot, but it's much more easier for other humans to correct each other. If I was live streaming, I think possibly I would have been corrected already. All right, so can we do 11 damage this turn is the question. Doom and Gloom, multicast. But with Doom and Gloom and multicast, we can. Doom and Gloom, we're going to deal 2 damage to him. He drops down to 9. I get a Dark Orb, and then I can multicast it for 2. And actually, I would be drawing an extra card. I got to remember to do that every turn. And then I can multicast the Dark Orb away with 2 more. Actually, hold on. Did I get the dual cast? I got the dual cast. So I can just use one orb twice, and then he dies because it's 6 and 6. All right, so big asterisks on this. We survived with 2 health. We're gonna get 2. I feel like I should have lost. I feel like the 2 confuses probably would have killed me. I'll have to rewatch it and find out. But we get 2 money. Start of combat, draw 2 cards. Could be good for us. Not really what I want. I don't know what I want. I want more defense. Our lack of defense right now is really, I want or a way to heal. Like to heal 2 after every combat would be perfect for us, but we did not get that. And I think that's a boss relic too. Then what do we get? Also, we get a upgraded. But whatever if we take one of these, it's gonna be upgraded. Was the last one upgraded? Probably not. I don't think we've seen upgraded yet. So it's one of these cards. End of turn, trigger 1 orb's end of turn ability. I mean, I think we're going to get this. Loop is pretty good for us. That will make our Frost Orb better. I'm going to look at the other 2 cards, but I probably should. Cold Snap, Sweeping Beam, yeah. Gets us an extra power. So if we can get through this next Elite Battle, then I think we'll be in good shape for the rest of the game. That is my guess. That is with cheating once, possibly twice. Because if we did move the health on this on accident, then we couldn't have done what we did, and we would have had to survive another round. Everything would have gotten revived again. We probably would have gotten through it without some damage, but there's no guarantee we would have. We finally have an upgraded card in our deck, though. So that's good. But first, we got to do another Elite. And we have to get a blue slaver and a red slaver, which is probably not the Elite we wanted, because it means now we have to figure out how to not take damage from multiple things. So we got red slavers and blue slavers, red slavers and blue slavers. Oh, there were more birds. Okay. Actually, no, those are the 2 birds I just fought. Blue, blue, red, blue, 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 red, red, red. There we go. Okay. So we're just gonna shuffle these guys up. Got a red, got another red, and a blue. There we go. Well, this guy hits us. I think we're toast. Again, if we roll a 5, we're not toast probably, but if we don't roll a 5, we're toast. We have 2 health, and these guys have a lot of health, and no matter what number is rolled, they damage us, and the Taskmaster also damages us every turn. So Let's just seal our fate now with this roll. 5 or 6, we have a shot. We rolled a 1. So I'm pretty sure we are toast, but we shall see. All right. So we can do our combo here. We can do 6 damage to something. We're taking 2, 4, 5 damage this turn. We don't have a way to block 5 damage. We just don't. We could potentially kill one thing, but then we die. So we'll play it out. We are going to do 3. We're going to do 3 damage to everything. So he's down to. We're going to do 3 damage to this guy because he's going to hit us with vulnerability, which is not good. And then we're going to do another 6 damage to him, putting him at 1 damage. He's going to die at the end of this turn. So we have to figure out a way to stop 5 damage with what we have. We have to stop 3 damage. And we have 2 health. We don't have any way to do that. He takes 2 damage as well. Our other option is somehow killing him. We can't do that either. Oh, wait, we forgot. We draw 2 more cards at the beginning of the turn. Maybe this saves us. I don't think it does. We do channel dark, though. Could we have done this differently? We could have not done this. Think this through. If we don't do this, if we use loop, we could instead frost twice, but then we get hit by everything. So we channel another lightning. Could we have done this differently? We could have not done this. Think this through. If we don't do this, if we use loop, we could instead frost twice, but then we get hit by everything. So we channel another lightning. We'll just channel loop and call it a day. We'll cast loop and call it a day. Pretty sure whatever happens, we lose now. We did doom and gloom. Got a dark orb. Actually, hold on. No, it's end of turn ability. So dark orb does not have an end of turn ability. So yeah, but we're gonna lightning orb something twice. We're gonna lightning orb this guy twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 3. We have no shields. We have 2 health. We lose. So our cheating didn't matter because we lost anyway. Had we rolled a 5, we probably actually could have survived this fight. Let's see what relic we would have had. End of turn. If you don't have any block, get block. Not that great for us, but would have been great for us in some turns. But yeah, that is my first loss while recording these games. So you can see that I don't just always post my... Am I in slow motion? I feel like I'm in slow motion. I don't always post wins. Someone has asked me that multiple times actually through Discord messages, private messages. So here's proof. I do post losses. I've lost in some of my other stuff too. It is a shame because I was liking the way my deck was going. I think that one bird battle, I probably could have played a little bit more defensively and survived, or I don't know, maybe taking a different relic. This 3 relic combination was fun, but this is not the character to get this 3 relic combination on. And yeah, this was also fun. I really like getting the tungsten rod. I'm surprised how many times we actually triggered a 5 or a 6 on this. But yeah, I mean, I guess 1/3 of the time you're going to trigger it, right? And there's a lot of turns. So with this particular character, this was a great starter relic too. So the fact that I lost it kind of makes me sad, but I also did get greedy too. I probably shouldn't have done an extra elite. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was not the worst move in the world to do the extra elite. What would have been our battle here? We would have fought the Chosen with a cultist. I mean, we probably would have been fine. We probably would have not taken as much damage. We got greedy. We'll say what it is. We got greedy. We had a pretty good elite path to go up. We had 2 elites. We probably didn't need to go for all 3 elites, but I was secretly hoping. Was I secretly hoping to get him? No, I don't think I was either. After Book of Stabbing, Axe gain confused if it dealt unblocked damage to you. For some reason I thought it was the sleep. I thought we had access to the sleeping elite where they count down like 3, 2, 1. I was hoping for that elite. This equally would have been bad for us, I think. I'm wakasm. Thank you for watching. Just as a reminder, I want to say a special thank to all my patrons. Paul M, Kumagoro, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you want to support my wins and losses and gameplays and reviews if I do them, and streaming if I ever get enough time to do streaming, then this is the way you could do it. Otherwise, I'm wakasm. Thank you for watching. I appreciate any time you spent with me, and I will see you next time. And we did forget one thing. So I did forget that we do unlock some cards this run because we killed the boss. So we did unlock Overclock. Put 2 cards in. Draw 2 cards. Put a confuse in your discard pile. These go in the discard pile. No, gain 2 confuses. Turbo, gain 2 energy. Put a confuse in your discard pile. Sunder, 5. If this kills the enemy, gain 3. Not horrible, because then you can do it and then get the energy back, which is bad. Or Echo Form, start of the turn. The first attack or skill you played is played twice. And the upgraded version happens at start of turn. What's the difference? Hold on. This is Ether. Okay. If you don't cast this, you lose it. And this one, you stays in your hand. Got it. Those are the upgrades that will get added into this deck. If you watch this, let me know if you want me to try again with the Defect, or should I move on to the Washer since I haven't played with the Washer yet. Either way, thank you for watching.